Welcome back, everybody. It is now April 27th. It's still April 27th. It is the Detention Center Visitor's Room. Whoa. And Trucy is behind glass. And yes, this place does look... I don't know if it's exactly the same. It looks pretty similar to the normal Detention Center anyway. Very similar, if not the same. I mean, obviously it's not the same as the 2D games, because the 2D games were 2D, and this is like a 3D room, but yeah, I don't know. Poor Trucy, what can we even say to her? True, what can we? Oh, Polly, Athena! Trucy, are you okay? I'm fine, don't worry about me. I saw the news about the accident on TV. I mean, it's not like you needed to see it, you saw it in person, too. Excuse me. Guess I can't Houdini my way out of this one. I got arrested and everything. I say I'm the one who caused the accident. That's not true, right? To be honest, I don't really know. I mean, I have no idea how an accident like that could have happened. Trick went off without a hitch, I'm sure of that much. So the police just won't listen to me. They've already decided it was all my fault. I'm exhausted after all their questions. Looks like she's been able to hang in there at least. Yeah, she really is one tough cookie. I know you're tired, but... Can you tell us a little bit about the accident? Yes, of course. Go ahead and ask me anything. I'll be fine. She's gonna be fine, that's good to know. Bonnie, a bunny-themed assistant who appears on stage with Trucy, age question mark. Same with him. Mr. Rettins, a man somehow connected to the magic show. He showed up at the theater after the incident took place, and that's all the profiles. But yeah, she's definitely... gotta be candidate number one, I'd have to say. Because what she said before that happened seems very, very, very suspicious. Very suspicious. Oh, your attorney's badge. Does that mean you want me to... Not even you can make it disappear through this glass. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Huh? It's gone. Wow, how did you do that? How are you going to make it reappear? Oh, guard! I'm ready to go now! Wait, what about the rest of the trick? Yeah, so much for questioning, am I right? Ah, jeez. Alright, camera, what's up? Security camera stares at us with its cold, unblinking eye. I don't know why, but it gives me the heebies with a side order of GBs. Side order of GBs? What? I thought the GBs were the main course, though. Oh, man. It's the microphone for speaking with people on the other side of the glass. He's trying to stump the guard with trivia questions. Oh, this guy is good. He answers in the blink of an eye without batting an eyelash. Or moving a muscle. Is he that bored? Maybe. You never know. Hey, what's up, dude? Guard's just standing there completely motionless. Athena keeps making faces at him, trying to make him crack at least a smile. Oh, I think I made him smirk a little. Come on, leave the poor guy alone, Athena. Nah. Excuse me. That's not necessary. Not at all. The incident. For starters, can you help us understand what happened? In the day's show, there was a dead body in the coffin. How did that happen? Was there some kind of accident? I don't really know. The coffin was supposed to be empty when I opened it. But instead, Mr. Roos's body was in there. That must have been a huge shock for you. When the dragon set piece fell down at the end, was that an accident too? It must have been. I have no idea why or how that happened either. Nothing went the way it was supposed to. I still can't believe Mr. Roos is actually dead. As tough as she is, this is obviously taking a toll on her. How did Mr. Roos's body get in that coffin in the first place? Trucy, we need you to tell us the secret of the trick. You know what they say, a magician never reveals their secrets. But I guess I should make an exception this time. But if you ever tell anybody, I'll make you my guinea pig for every single new magic trick from now on. Don't worry, I'm a lawyer, remember? Client confidentiality is part of the job. But you need to mention it for something in the case, aren't you? So, I mean, I don't know. Magic trick. Let's call this trick Trucy's Great Escape. How did you get out of the coffin? Alright, here goes. I'll reveal the trick just for you two. Oh, the guard, though. The guard. Prepare yourselves for an exclusive explanation by Magic Girl Phoenix Wright. There's a secret trapdoor in that stage that leads down to the understage passage. Trapdoor? So when did you slip down into the understage passage? Remember when Mr. Hat was on stage holding a sword next to the coffin? Well, by then I had already escaped from the coffin and was waiting under stage. And while I was down there, I did several things to get ready for the next part. What technique? Okay, so what happened next? Mr. Hat was quickly raised up to the catwalk by wire. The cushion up there that acts as a shock absorber when Mr. Hat hits it. Meanwhile, I popped back up on the stage to a different trapdoor. And voila, the switch is complete. Stage diagram out of the court record. A diagram depicting the stage where the show was performed in the understage passage. I had no idea all of that was happening. I was convinced we were still in the coffin. That's what professional magicians do. They make their audience see something that isn't really there. In other words, you make us see illusions, right? Excuse me. We call it misdirection. While we keep you believing one thing, we're busy making something else happen. What we say is there really isn't, and what we say isn't there actually is. I get it. It's kind of like a magical bluff. But there's no escaping the fact that the victim's body was actually in the coffin. It wasn't empty like it was supposed to be. Yeah, that's the part I don't understand. My voice is going a little bit wrong right now. Excuse me. The last thing in the world I expected to see in there was Mr. Roos. Could he have climbed in there by mistake? Let's get back to asking Trucy about the accident. Can you tell us more about the victim? Excuse me. Great Mr. Roos. Oh, you know something I forgot to actually mention about the previous case? That one dude on the stand-in that we got guilty, I actually forgot to mention that I figured out his pun name. I was told by a couple of people what it was. It was actually Peace, Love, and Understanding. Because I was like, Peas, Lubin, Understand. I'm like, what? Like, okay, like I knew the understanding part, but I didn't know the other two parts. It's Peace, Love, and Understanding. And there was another thing that was like shadow or something like that, and I didn't know what that meant either. It's apparently a pun on the word shadow, I guess, which... Okay, that's cool, I guess. And there's actually one other thing I also forgot to mention, too, that I was completely stupid on, apparently, and I just didn't even realize. They literally revealed Understanding as the murderer at the very beginning of the game, and I just, for some reason, forgot that even happened. I guess I just forgot. I forgot they did that, first of all. And I also forgot I just forgot the guy even existed in the first place. I'm like, oh, who's this guy? I've never seen him before. Even though I totally did. Oh, so stupid. So dumb. I forget so easily sometimes. It's not like I went like a week without playing the game and it's like, oh, I forgot they revealed him. No, it was literally one day apart. Because I recorded the first 2 episodes one day. And then the very next day I recorded the following 3 after that. So... It's like, okay, how did that happen? I don't know. Freaking weird. Anyway, that's enough about that, but that was my stupid moment of those first few episodes anyway. Who exactly is Mr. Roos? You said he used to belong to Troop Grimari, right? Wait, you don't know who the great Mr. Roos is, Apollo? He's super famous. He's all people talk about on TV. Really, I just assumed he was one of Trucy's assistants. Way to diss the dead, Apollo. How'd the two of you kind of perform together, Trucy? Well, like I said, he used to be a member of Troupe Grimari. He was a protege of my granddaddy, Magnifique Grimari. So the TV station arranged for us to perform together this time because of the connection. Excuse me. Did he continue performing as a magician after he left Troupe Grimari? No, he got injured while practicing for a show about 13 years ago. That's why he left the troupe. After that, he took a break from magic for a while. I'm pretty sure it's a recent thing, him getting famous again. I only started seeing him on TV again maybe last year. I had nothing but respect for Mr. Roos as a magician. I can't tell you how sad I am this happened. Can't imagine how traumatic it must be to have someone die during your big show. Oh, but hey! Don't worry, I'm fine. I have to stay strong for my fans. Uh-oh. Oh, my bracelet is reacting. They tend to unconsciously tense up when they're trying to hide something. And why would Trucy be trying to hide something from you, though, I wonder? When I pick up on their distress, the bracelet around my wrist starts to feel tight. So I guess this means that Trucy's trying to hide something from me. Guess I should give my bracelet a touch. X. Yes, do it. Whoa. I can see things others can't. The slightest twitch, gesture, or change in expression. Yes, I can see it all when I'm concentrating intensely like this. And when people are feeling tense, they sometimes reveal a certain habit or a little tick. I'll shift my viewpoint around until I find Trucy's nervous tick. Okay. Alright. Okay, I think I found her telltale tick. I'll listen carefully to every word and see what she gets shifty-eyed over. Excuse me. And I'll perceive whatever she seems nervous about to get to the bottom of things. Don't worry! I'm fine! She's not fine. I like how she only does that for I'm fine. That's kind of funny. Alright, alright. Anyway, we know what it is. It'd be funny if she got shifty-eyed over her fans. Like, oh my god. Touch perceive while she's displaying her nervous tick. Do 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 bum. Boom. Confirm. Gotcha! Boom. Come on, Trucy. You should know by now that you can't hide anything from me. Exclamation mark. Don't tell me your bracelet reacted. Yep. And here I thought my smile was going to do the trick. Looks like I broke the first rule of being a magician. True entertainer always keeps a smile on their face, right? I remember hearing you say that before. That's right. It's a Grimari motto that my daddy used to say before he passed away. I'll never forget it. It's one of the few precious memories I have of him. But you can't keep everything inside, Trucy. You'll burst. Why don't you tell me what's bothering you? I can't. If I did, you wouldn't believe in me anymore. That's not true. As an entertainer, you all believe in always keeping a smile on your face. As a lawyer, and I have a belief that's important to me as well. This is my belief. The stage diagram. Polly? What does that have to do with your beliefs? Well, something about the shape maybe, or the color. It's okay, if you can't believe in me, then you just can't. No, I just made a mistake. Let me try that again, okay? As an entertainer, you believe in always keeping a smile on your face. A lawyer, yep. Wait, how'd you get that back, though? Your attorney's badge! I swore in this badge that I would always believe in my client to the bitter end. That's the cornerstone of being a good lawyer. Mr. Wright taught me as much. So no matter what you tell me, I'm going to keep on believing you, Trucy. I'll ask for you to have a little faith in me, too. Excuse me. Alright, thanks, Polly. Whoa, the great... Oh, the truth. Polly, what if I made a mistake? What do you mean? What if it really was me who stabbed Mr. Roos? What makes you say that? Well, in my escape trick, I used both a real sword and a rubber sword. I switched a real sword for the rubber sword just before I stabbed into the coffin. So even if somebody had been in there, the rubber sword shouldn't have hurt them. But Mr. Roos is found dead in the coffin. Why would you even have a real sword visible in the first place? Just use two fake swords, or just use one fake sword, I don't know. I know it just doesn't make any sense. I know I swapped the swords. You're absolutely sure. Positive, I practiced that trick hundreds of times with no mistakes. I remember very clearly swapping the swords this time too. But could I have made a mistake this time? Could she really have? Well, I better get going. Huh? Where to? Practice my act, of course. The show's only a few days away. Really pushing yourself. Didn't you practice until late last night, too? Yep, because everything's got to be just right. Maybe I really did kill Mr. Roos. Trucy. The worst possible mistake I can make. Such a horrific accident right in the middle of my show, and yet all I can think about is... Now that this has happened, Chukamari will get its performance rights pulled. There will never be another show. Everything my family worked so hard for will be gone forever. And poor Mr. Roos had his whole life and a great career ahead of him. I ruined everything. I destroyed it all. I took it all away. I doubt it was your fault, though. Polly, I'm ready to pay for what I did. Trucy, I don't think you did anything wrong. You don't? I had one question going through my mind this whole time. Was this accident really your fault? What do you mean? I don't have any proof or anything, it's just... I don't think you'd ever make a mistake like that. Apollo! I saw how hard you worked on your trick, staying up late every night to practice. And I know you. You always get everything picture perfect. Nobody's perfect all the time. Still, I think something else has caused Mr. Roos' death. Not any mistake of yours. After all, you're sure you swapped swords, right? Yes, I remember doing it. I just know it wasn't your fault, Trucy. But how can you say that? We don't have any proof it wasn't me. I mean, I know you're a great lawyer, Polly, but... I believe in you, Trucy. And I believe in your skill as a professional magician. So I'm gonna prove your innocence. Don't worry. You're going to be fine. Exclamation mark. Thank you, Apollo. Thank you for believing in me. I'm going to believe in you too. Good. I'm sorry. I need a tissue. I've never seen Trucy cry like this before. She always seems so strong. Maybe sometimes she's just putting on a brave face. She's still just a kid after all. Yeah, exactly. So I have to ask to make it official, but will you let me defend you? Yes! I'm counting on you. I don't want to have to cancel the show on its opening day. Right, she seems fine now. Trucy! Let's win this trial together! Unlike some people. Yeah. Well, we'd better get right to investigating. Come on, Athena, wipe that nose and let's go. Excuse you? Do you see any snot on my face, Apollo? Yeesh, talk about an emotional roller coaster. We'll need to investigate the stage at the Penrose Theater, where the body was found. Yeah, I hope no one will try to stop us. If you're going to the Penrose Theater, can I ask you a favor? Of course, what is it? I left a very special notebook behind in my dressing room. Sure, we can pick it up for you. That notebook is really, really important to me. I don't know what I'd do if anybody read it. Ugh. Wow, I wonder what's in it. I'm gonna read it. The notebook is in my blue handbag on the table. It's big and black, you can't miss it. Thanks in advance. With that, I've gotta go. It seems like they got more questions for me. Alright, see you later, Trucy. So, should we investigate the stage first or go get the notebook? Well, let's find out. Any ideas? It must be so hard for Trucy, yet you saw how bravely she held back her tears. Maybe you should practice a little of that bravely holding back your tears thing, too. And by maybe, I mean your nose is running again. Enough of the snot shaming! Haven't you ever heard the song Into Life? Each life, some boogers must fall? I'll take your word for it. What to do? We have to investigate the Penrose Theater from top to bottom. I'll talk to every single person involved as well. Wow, you're really fired up. Of course, Trucy's entire future depends on this. The agency's entire financial future, too. Excuse me. That's true, though. That's true. Whoa, what are we doing now? We're gonna present this. Oh, some evidence from the case? Well, too bad. I don't have a single thing to say about it. And you're proud of that. Why? Just because, apparently. Just because. I don't think I ever presented that to Trucy. Oops. I made a mistake, but oh well. Let's do the dressing room first. Excuse me. April 27th. Penrose Theater dressing room. Speaking of which, investigate the crime scene, look for Trucy's notebook in the dressing room. Yeah, that's what we're doing first, though. This one. Excuse me. The dressing room looks like the way it was before the incident. All these items look kind of lonely without their owners. We had to find Trucy's notebook for her. Let's see. She said it would be in her blue handbag on the table, right? We should see what else we can check out while we're here. I agree. We can do anything we put our minds to, right? Oh, okay. Examine that first. Trucy put some posters up, I see. Well, here's one of Troop Grimari. Indeed. Troop Grimari, magical menagerie, right? Huh? Looks like a bunch of folks dressed in outfits a bit too gaudy for their age, if you ask me. But isn't that pretty much how all the best magicians dress? Was Troop Grimari really such a big deal back in the day? I guess so. Everybody in the country knew them back then. They had great tricks. Like making a building disappear or escaping a safe drop from a helicopter. Wow, I was in Europe at the time, so I had no idea. But if you knew about them, then they must have been really, really famous. You see them a lot on TV. I think it was back when I was in junior high. The one in black was the original leader of Troop Grimari, Trucy's grandfather. Excuse me. His name was Magnifi Grimari. The one in pink with the mustache, that's Zach Grimari. Trucy's late biological father. Oh, and look, there's Mr. Roos. So this poster's from back when he was a member of Troop Grimari, huh? Trucy said he left the troop after he was injured during a show or something, right? 13-year-old poster added to the court record. Well, nice of that to be a thing, I guess. Let's see. 13-year-old poster. Mr. Roos was injured during a show. Okay. Guess we'll present that to Athena at some point. Like, maybe right now, perhaps? It's a shame Troop Grimari won't ever be as they were back in their heyday. Yeah, but I have every faith Trucy will restore the troop to its former glory. And then you'll be really busy as Trucy's assistant. Yeah, I guess so. Wait, did you just agree with me? Ah, why did I agree? I guess that means you're finally settling into the role. No, it doesn't. Or does it? Don't lie, Apollo, don't lie. Look at all this stuff. They must belong to Mr. Roos. Wow, look at the colors of that briefcase. Think he carries that around with him on his time off? Well, during his shows, he wears a mask to hide his identity. He carried that briefcase around when he wasn't working. Wouldn't it give him away? Oh, but you gotta change gears and look at things in a different way at a time like this. Oh yeah, meaning? Well, what if Mr. Roos wore his full costume all the time, even when he wasn't working? I mean, I guess that's always possible. Then that briefcase wouldn't have given him away one bit. Okay. I'm getting pretty good at this turn you're thinking around stuff, huh? She's like a little kid who's learned a new trick and couldn't wait to try it out. Never know. You never know. Bird. It's a dove. Trucy must use it on one of her tricks. Yeah, There's another bird cage next to it. I wonder what's in that one. Ka-choo! Dot 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 dot. What in the world was that? Obviously the bird making some majestic noises, of course. Look at all this stuff. I bet it belongs to that bunny assistant we saw in the show. Ah, that's a lot of stuff. Does she really need all that? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen so much makeup. When it comes to sheer number of items, your desk back at the office isn't any better. These things are the natural accumulation of 2 years of work, and they're all necessary. Really? Instant noodles and crackers? Of course, I need those when I have to stay in the office all night prepping a case. And the comic books too? Oh, of course I need those too. Manga these days are super realistic and informative. I need them for research. Yeah, totally. Uh-huh, I see. So you need to research street fighting and the funnies, do you? The funnies. Bunnies. Oh. Well, this is probably what we're looking for anyway, but let's do the bunnies now. Oh, look at the adorable little bunnies. Rabbits, huh? Used to have a pet rabbit. Really, you? You sure don't look the type. What do you mean? What's wrong with me having a pet rabbit? Aren't people who have rabbits as pets usually the quiet, sensitive type? Oh, well, pardon me for being so loud and insensitive. Let's see. Well, that's cool, I guess. What about over here? Look at these costumes. I bet they're all Trucy. Oh, can you tell by the scent? Are you like some kind of bloodhound or something? I'm her assistant, not her pet. If you say so, Apollo, if you say so. That's what they all say. Okay, these first. Oh, these are from Prosecutor Gavin. Oh, no. What is he doing here? Roses, huh? How like him? Pretentious. It might be pretentious, but you know what? He makes it work. Apollo, I've noticed this for a while now, but you get awfully prickly when it comes to Prosecutor Gavin. You think so? I mean, don't hate him just because he's beautiful. Oh, what is he, Zealous now? Oh my gosh. That's not it at all. If you say so, Apollo, if you say so. Huh? Aren't these Ninetales flowers? You know, those flowers that only grow in Ninetales Vale? I've heard of that place. What is Ninetales Vale again? I don't remember where that was in previous games, though. Oh my goodness, you're right! There's There's a card here and a letter to go with it. Card says, "Good luck, Trucy, from Damien and Jinxie Tenma." Was that the place from Dual Destinies? I think I do remember that, actually. Mayor Tenma and Jinxie, huh? What does that letter say? Let's see. Oh, there's a message for you in here, too. Why was that here, then? Please tell that Mr. Demon Lawyer I said thank you for everything. Thanks to him, I overcame my fears, and now I'm not afraid of yokai anymore. And guess what? I can become friends with yokai like Itin Moment and Konkai Gigi. No matter what happens, I guess she'll never grow out of her demon obsession. I suppose so. Anyway, I suppose so. Very interesting. It's like, wow. Hey, these flowers, they're from Lemior, or Lemurier? I forgot how I pronounce your name, actually. Lemuror? Where have I heard that name before? She's a famous singer. Wasn't she like, wasn't she from Apollo Justice? They call her the Siren of the Ballad, and she's pretty popular. Why would a world-famous singer be sending Trucy flowers? Well, we met her through a case I headed up once. Wow, your circle of acquaintances is bigger than I thought. Lemuror. I don't know why, but her songs really touch me for some reason. Hope she's doing well. Wasn't that, wasn't she, I might be getting this wrong, but wasn't she actually, the girl on the top right who was Trucy's mother? Actually, was she even mentioned when we were examining this poster earlier? I don't think she was. Either way, though, actually, Valiant Grimari wasn't mentioned either, now that I think about it. Huh. Actually, Apollo never found out about that, did he? That they were actually, like, siblings or something? They were siblings, right? I hope I'm not getting my facts wrong, but I mean... details. Oh, here's that handbag Trucy was talking about. Feel a little funny about digging around in a girl's purse. Get over it, Apollo. It's not a big deal. I guess it's okay to open it. After all, she did ask us to. But not you, Apollo. Let me do it. Let's see, huh? No, not this. What's this? Oh, wow, she has... Oh, Trucy, you are bad. What? What is it? I want to see, too. That's funny. She said it was a black notebook, right? But there's nothing like that in there. Maybe Trucy was wrong about where she left it. Let's keep looking around for it. They're not trying to imply what I think they're trying to imply. I really hope not, anyway. Oh, jeez. Oh, hey, I can examine this again? Okay, that's probably where it is then in that case. I thought this was it. What's this, a script of the show? It says Bonnie, so it must belong to that bunny assistant we saw in the show. Magic Show script, 9:30 a.m. Mr. Roos transforms into a dragon, Trucy's hat trick. 10:20 a.m. Bonnie's teleportation trick, Trucy's escape trick. 11 a.m. Mr. Roos fire trick. This will be dangerous, make sure the fire bucket is ready. You and I got to see the first two parts up to the end of the 10:20 a.m. segment. Excuse me. But this, Mr. Roos's fire trick, we didn't get to see that part. Yeah, because they canceled the show after the accident. Here's a note about the fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. Come to think of it, when Mr. Roos turned into a dragon, it breathed fire, didn't it? Coin tricks and fire tricks were Mr. Roos's specialties. Maybe they had some big finale planned. Where Mr. Roos and Trucy would face off in a grand magical showdown after his revival. Show script added to the court record. Let's see. Look at that real quick because I forgot to read that. Bonnie's script, the fire trick was cancelled due to the incident. Wah, wah, wah. Very unfortunate indeed. I said we take a look through Mr. Roos's things too. Hey, is that a notebook sticking out from behind his briefcase? Oh, it is. I just kind of noticed that. You're right, it's practically screaming. Over here, look at me. I think it could be... Oh, wow, Athena. Your hunch was right. It's Trucy's notebook. What's it doing mixed with Mr. Roos's stuff? Good question. Trucy's notebook added to the court record. Coincidence? I think not. Let's see. Trucy's ultra important notebook. It was mixed in with Mr. Roos's belongings. It's locked. I guess that means we can't read it. What kind of secrets are in there to make her want to lock it? A girl her age needs her privacy. Besides, everybody has a secret or two they don't want others to know about. If there's anything in there about kisses or crushes, I think Mr. Wright would cry. Indeed. Well, we've examined just about everything, I think. Looking through other people's stuff was so thrilling. Like I'm doing something naughty. I know what you mean. Just don't go poking around in my things at the office. Why? What do you have to hide? I don't think I like her eyes lit up at all of a sudden. Anyway, better get this notebook to Trucy. Sounds like a plan anyway. Does that add to the notes, I assume? Return the notebook to Trucy. You know what? Let's go give that to her right now, after we do this first, that is. Oh, some evidence from the case? Well, too bad. Oh, wait. It's not new. You can always skip these things if they're not new, so... Always gotta keep that in mind. Mysterious locked notebook. There's anything about me in there. Like that one time I ate her pudding. I wonder if she was mad at me for doing that. Don't worry. If there's one thing I know about Trucy, it's that she's more mature than some people I know. Yeah, like you, Athena. She didn't even take that shot at her at all. Like she didn't even know what the heck Apollo was talking about, apparently. Alright. Wait, can we not give that to her right now? I guess not. Alright, well, I just thought maybe that was a good idea, but I guess not. We'll go to the stage first, and we'll give the notebook after that, I guess. Stage time! April 27th. Penrose Theater. Stage. Okay, let's get down to business. Hey, what do you think you're doing? We're the attorneys for the defendant in this case. Is it alright we examine the scene? Of course it's not alright! You guys are very suspicious! I don't care if you're the defense or the president! No one authorized investigations! Ah, come on, it wouldn't kill you to let us take a look around. I said no, now get out of here, scram! I guess I'll just have to try and get the permission from the lead detective. Who's the lead detective? Is it Gumshoe? Is Gumshoe making another appearance, maybe? That'd be cool if he was, but who knows? Talk? Nope. Present? Nope. Examine? I mean... It's not like they're letting us do anything anyway. If we're really quiet and sneaky, maybe we can... Hey, you kids, don't touch the crime scene! We're the defendant's lawyers. Big deal, you think that buys you some kind of special privilege or something? Try and touch anything again, I'm gonna arrest you! What if we give you a super discount coupon for when you need legal representation? I said no! She thought about it for a second there. Guess we'll have to find the lead detective and get permission after all. Yeah, alright, lead detective, where are you? How do we go about finding you? I mean, what else can we really do? I mean, I guess we'll just go back to here? We'll go everywhere. We'll go everywhere and see if we can find what we need to find. Not here. Outside. It's outside. April 27th, Penrose Theater. The person you are trying to call is not available. After the tone, please record... Beep! I've tried calling Mr. Wright 100 times, but he never picks up. We've left him some voicemails, so he'll probably call once he gets them. Gonna flip out when he hears what happened to Trucy. Hey, this is the place, the theater where that magical murder happened. Oh yeah, wonder if they brought the dead body out yet. Here they already arrested the murderer. They say it's a young girl. Yeah, high school student, can you believe it? Kids these days. What's with all the curious bystanders? They sure are kicking up a fuss. How dare they call Trucy a murderer? They've got some nerve. We can't let people think that about her. We have to defend her. Apollo, is that you? Oh, it's Emma. Oh boy, now what voice do I give her again? Biological science. Wait, what's her science thing again? Frickin' Christ. Hi Emma! It's sure been a while. How have you been? Oh, can't complain. I haven't seen you in ages. Emma is not usually in the best of moods, so I never quite know what to do or say around her. Well, we have some business to take care of, so I guess we better get going. Hey, wait a minute. What, was it something I said? You're darn right it's something you said. What's with you brushing me off like that? We got heaps to catch up on. After all we've been through. You're not still mad at me about something, are you? Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. Who's this, Apollo? A distant cousin or something? I guess I could see where she'd make that connection. I mean, they do have the same hair color anyway. I don't know. Has she added to the notes yet? No. But he is. Let's see. The great Mr. Roos, the victim in the case, a magician who took the stage with Trucy. No, Emma's a detective I've had the pleasure of working with before. Hello, I'm Ema Skye, forensic investigator. Forensic science, that's what it was. What? So you're finally a full-fledged forensic investigator? Yeah, I finally achieved my lifelong dream. Look, I even have an official forensic investigator armband and everything. She does indeed. That's great, Emma. I bet the exam was really hard, huh? Oh, it was a cinch. Really, because I thought you said something about failing it over and over. Well, never mind that. The important thing is, I'm not a plain old detective anymore. So no more boring old investigations for me. I'm so happy I could hug the whole world. Coming from you, that's really something. Criminals beware. Fingerprinting, luminol testing, DNA analysis, Ema Skye is raring to go, so bring it on! Well, I guess it's goodbye to grumpy clouds. Hello, fanatical sun. She's very cheerful, isn't she? Is it because of the weather or something? She sure wasn't like this before. She was pretty frustrated back when she was assigned to the Criminal Affairs Department. She was always munching on chocolate snackoos to relieve her stress. Snackoos and stress are a thing of the past. I've said goodbye to both of them. Aw, rip snackoos. You may never have to see either again. By the way, are you two here because of the murder? Murder? Don't you mean the accident? Oh, then I guess you haven't heard. The case is being treated as a straight-up homicide now. What? Just so you know, I heard the prosecution is going to argue tomorrow that Trucy outright murdered Mr. Roos. What? Are you kidding? They're treating it as a murder? Emma, please tell us everything you know. Of course, anything to help Trucy. Anything to help, huh? Okay. It sounds like a good plan anyway. Now, do we have your profile in there? We do. Ema Skye, age 27, a detective. It looks like she finally became the forensic investigator she always wanted to be. Good for her, good for her. Alright, well, can I present you my badge? It's been 2 years since we first met. But you're still just a newbie to me. Hey, that's not fair. I'm not even the newest lawyer in our office anymore. Yup, that's Apollo and me, just two newbies working our way up. Aw, look at you two. The newbie duo. Must be nice, right, Apollo? ... Well, that's cool. What about this? Oh, are you asking me to test that? Hey, why are you putting it away? I can't. I just can't let her cover this in chemical regions. Yeah, no covering that allowed. It's weird, but I keep running into the name Shukramari over the years. Maybe it's fate. Have you ever considered joining them? You could use your expertise in forensics to do scientific magic. You're not thinking of stuff like picking the right card using fingerprint powder, are you? Excuse me. You can hardly call that magic, Athena. Yeah, I guess not. Looks like we hit the nail right on the head. Oh, yeah? And that one is a repeat thing. How about this one? Probably not, didn't think so. And that's everything there, so let's examine the world. Yeah, I didn't think anything was going to be really new anyway, so... Alright, we're good. Let's talk then. The incident. Why is the case being treated as a homicide now and not involuntary manslaughter? Well, apparently, there's something that proves it was a straight-up homicide. Well, that's vague. You know any of the details? No, I'm afraid that's all I was told. Really? How come? Well, because the lead prosecutor is kind of a hard guy to read. But maybe it's just a culture gap thing? Anyway, he's not one to really share his thoughts. Wait, what do you mean by culture gap? I mean that he's a foreigner, so his way of going about things is different. So who exactly am I up against tomorrow? You'll find out. Emma, tell me about yourself. Congrats on finally becoming the forensic investigator you always wanted to be. Thanks, I failed that exam so many times, but I finally did it. I can finally use my forensic kit openly whenever I want. Oh yeah, I used to have stealth use a kit you sent away for... What? Oh, I still use that one too. But now it's more of a hobby kit. It's important to have hobbies too, you know. So basically nothing's changed. Are you kidding? I don't have to worry about getting in trouble for taking fingerprints for fun now. It's positively life-changing. I can take all the prints I want. Are you sure you're allowed to do that? Sure, I'm sure. I've been collecting all the prints I've taken in a personal database. Now hold out your hands. I need to get your prints too. Just promise me you won't use them for evil. Evil, what? I can't believe you took my prints too, Apollo. There we go. So we got some prints. The prosecution. Oh, wait. So is he the prosecutor? Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth has been reorganizing the prosecutor's office lately. As part of that effort, he's gotten rid of a lot of corrupt prosecutors. So the prosecutor's office is looking pretty empty these days. And that's how a foreign prosecutor got assigned to this case? That's part of it, yes. There were short on prosecutors, and this guy just happened to be visiting. And what's the purpose of his visit? Well, some insurgents from the Kingdom of Khura'in are thought to be hiding out here. So it is who I think it's going to be. Okay. Excuse me. As an international prosecutor, he apparently came to investigate the matter personally. He's from the Kingdom of Khura'in? That's right, he's also a Khura'inist monk. A monk? So how did he get assigned to this particular case anyway? It seems he's very devoted to furthering his studies as a prosecutor. He wanted to learn how crime scenes are investigated here, so he just showed up. So he was just curious, huh? He looked the entire crime scene over quite earnestly. And just as everyone else was ready to call it a case of involuntary manslaughter. This is most certainly a murder, the cruel act of an impure soul. If this is who I think it is, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to voice him yet, but I'm not really going to go into that and probably until he gets revealed. Anyway, that's what he said, just like that. Then he volunteered himself as the prosecutor for this case. The Georgia prosecutors right now. The prosecutor's office was glad to have him. So, Trucy was arrested for murder all because of this guy, huh? I have to say, he's definitely not your typical prosecutor. He's never lost a case in 45 years. Aw. He says, court is where a victim receives their last rites. Where the truth is revealed, the criminal is judged, and the victim's soul sees salvation. Receiving last rites in court allows the victim to finally rest in peace, or so he claims. So to him, a trial is like performing funeral rites for the victim, huh? That's certainly a unique way of looking at it. His name is... I don't freaking know how you pronounce this guy's name. This has always tripped me up. Like, I've heard this guy's name, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Yuta Sadmadhi? Was I even remotely close on that one? I don't even know. What? Yuta Samadhi? That's right. What, do you know him or something? Oh, I guess you could say I've heard of him. Oh, really, Apollo? Yeah, well, he is pretty famous. Really? Yes, they say he travels the world solving difficult case after difficult case. Where there's a hard case to crack, he's called in to prosecute it. Wow, sounds like he's going to be tough to beat. I can't believe this. I have to stand in court against him? He seems like a very kind and gentle person, though. He's very polite and understanding to everyone he talks to. Huh, so he's a pretty agreeable guy, then. Yeah, he's bound to see what kind of person Trucy really is. But don't they hate defense attorneys in Khura'in? Would he even listen to what we have to say? I don't see why not. He certainly seems like the type of person who would. Even so, do you think you could do us a favor, Emma? Could tell Prosecutor Sadmadhi about Trucy, about what a good person she is? Of course! Leave it to me. I'll make him understand there's no way Trucy could have committed murder. I hope he listens to reason. Me too. This is looking pretty bad, Apollo. They're calling it a murder, and they're even got proof. What are we gonna do? Look on the bright side, that's what. Bright side? What bright side? Well, the good thing about there being proof is that there has to be a point. It has to point to the real killer. We can find out who that is. We can prove Trucy's innocence. Oh! Hey, you're right! Which means our objectives are clear. We have to find two things. Proof of Trucy's innocence. And evidence of the true culprit's identity. You know what, Apollo? You're starting to give me a glimmer of hope. And that means there's only one thing to do. Emma, would it be alright if we investigate this scene? If I said no, you'd just do it behind my back anyway, right? Hahaha, would I do something like that? Guess the jig is up. Oh, alright, but I better come along. Who knows what sorts of mischief you'd get up to if I'm not going to keep an eye on you. Mischief? Sounds like Emma trusts you about as far as she can throw you, Apollo. He has been known to move things around at the scene of a crime, you know. And what about you? You used to do all kinds of forensic tests on things without permission. There's nothing wrong with that. After all, forensics is always on the side of justice. How is that even remotely fair? I don't know. Good question, though. Very, very good question. Did we get... No, we didn't. We got nothing new. We also got nothing new to examine. So I guess, with that out of the way, I suppose we'll go ahead and investigate the crime scene finally? But Of course, everyone, we will do that on the next exciting episode, everyone. So, once again, Ema Skye is working with us. And we found out the name of our good old prosecuting friend that we're going up against. It's not Miles Edgeworth. It's some guy named Sadmad. Pronunciations are hard. But anyway, when will we meet him? Maybe not until the trial? I don't know. I mean, we met Clavier Gavin before the trial ever happened, so I mean, I don't know. Can't remember. Did we ever meet Simon Blackwell before the trial? I can't remember if we did that or not, but yeah, I guess we'll find out though either way. So next episode, everyone, it's time to investigate a gosh dang crime scene. So until then, everyone, I will see you all later. Forensics time next time. Woo! See ya! Hello everyone, you've reached the end of this video, but before we go for the day, I'd just like to give a quick shout out to the tier 4 and 5 channel members, Phoenix Edgeworth, Acheron X2, Menthy, and Meister Papala. Thank you all for being awesome and supporting the channel. If you too would like to also get your name shouted out at the end of each video and live stream, shoutouts are available for all tier 4 and 5 channel members. I hope you all have an awesome day. I'll see you all later.